I'm live. I wonder if my neighbor can see it. My neighbors can see in. I opened the blinds slightly. Oh well. I'm live. Let's complain. What do you guys want to complain about? I'll start. I'm tired of seeing people complain about like anthropology and like Zara's being racist. Number one, you shouldn't even be shopping there because it's bad for the planet. Number two, you shouldn't be shopping there because it's not black owned. And number three, you shouldn't be shopping there. Hi, Kai. Hi, Nicole. It's our Thursday live stream. Hi, Alexia. Hi, Vanity. Hi, Raji. Hi, Justin. Hi, KK. Hi, Kiori. Chris. Hi, Queen. Hi, Edgar. Hi, Real Trini. I said anthropology because I literally just seen some shit where some people complaining about anthropology is racist. Like, who's surprised? Hi. Hi, Bambusa. Whoops. Sorry. Hi, Bushy Brows. Hi, Davey. Hi, China. Hi, Christopher. Hi. I'm doing all right. Hi, Desmond. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Kimberly. It's Thursday. Thursday Live. Jules woke up pissed off. I don't know why. Complain. Let's complain. Hi. Hi, Chris. Hi, Daya. It's a Thursday Live. Hi, Kakashi Cowboy. Even though I thought about going live yesterday, because, you know, I've been going live on Wednesdays. I've been going live on Wednesdays after I do Debbie Allen's dance class. But I was like, oh, well, I'll do it on Thursday instead. Now I actually kind of wish I had went live yesterday because right before I started this live stream, I filmed a video. And I was like, dang, if I had went live yesterday, I could have posted the video today, but whatever. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Talisa. Hi, Hive Mind Militia. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Hi, the boy in blue. Hi, Alexia, Roderick. Literally, I feel like if it's in the mall, it's probably racist. I seen them other memes going around where they're talking about Cracker Barrel. I actually don't even have memories of the food at Cracker Barrel. I know I've been to Cracker Barrel a bunch of times, but the only thing I really remember about Cracker Barrel is that when I used to go in there with my family, they have this like game that you can play. It's like a wooden game with these like pegs that you like jump. And I used to like go into Cracker Barrel because I could like play the game while I was there. That's really the only thing I remember. And the rocking porch chairs. But I seen people talking about Cracker Barrel and it made me think of Johnny Rockets. Because I have a friend that refuses to go in Johnny Rockets. She will not go in Johnny Rockets because she says every time she goes in Johnny Rockets, she feels that they're going to tell her that Negroes can't sit at the counter. So it's like, it's interesting to see people be like, you know, like Cracker Barrel's racist, like Johnny Rockets racist, like they need to change. It's like their whole model is like racist. I don't think they're gonna, you want them to shut down. Like, that's how I feel about seeing people complain about like anthropology and like Zara and like Fashion Nova. Like, actually, we don't want them to change. We want them to go out of business. Like, that's what we want. Let's complain. Yeah, Thursday live vent. Race impacts everything. Hi. You're not late. We just started. Hi, Southern Sorcerer. Hi, Sunflower Power. Hi, Keep Making. Sketchnificent. Neighbor just walked by again. I've been new about Cracker Barrel. So much anger for all the deafening silence from so many white people who are benefiting so much from racism. I've been new about Cracker Barrel. Those Cracker Barrel memes. I'm embarrassed I haven't liked that place. I mean, if you like their food, a lot of people like their food. A lot of people like their food. Like, their food is not terrible. You don't have to be embarrassed. I know a lot of people like their pancakes. Cracker Barrel pancakes slap. Yeah, the peg game. Does that game have a name? Yes, with the golf pegs. Yes, queen. That's literally all I think of when I think of Cracker Barrel. I used to love going to Cracker Barrel just for that reason alone. The food doesn't even stand out to me. I don't even really remember it. But I know a lot of people like the food there. For me, when I was growing up, the go-to place was Cheesecake Factory. Like, when I graduated from high school, we went to Cheesecake Factory. But I know for other people, that place for them was like Cracker Barrel. For me, it was Cheesecake Factory. And then Cheesecake Factory said they wasn't paying the rent. I was like, yes, Comrade Cheesecake, rent strike. Hi, Alien Baby. Hi, Gary. I want to complain about these low standards that other black folks are placing and praising white liberals for a damn photo shoot. What good is them kneeling if they're passing laws that hurt us? Yeah, the video that I just finished filming was like on performative shit. If you guys want it today, I can upload it today. If you want it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow. It's up to you. Whatever you guys want. Literally everyone has always known that Cracker Barrel is racist. Hi, Roderick. I've never been to Cracker Barrel. The name itself is a turn off. I love that pet game. Hi, Devontae. Out here we had hometown buffet. Oh, I don't know if I've ever been to a hometown buffet. I've been to like Golden Corral. When I think of buffets, I think of Golden Corral, honestly. Clan Barrel. Sorry, that was really funny. I've been to Clan Barrel twice. We used to have a Johnny Rockets in Bakersfield. Was it not Cracker Barrel that had the noose and racist caricatures on the table placemats? Oh my gosh, was it? I really don't remember their food at all. Clan Barrel, precisely. I've never been to Cracker Barrel, been to Johnny Rockets once. Let's complain, Naomi. What do you want to complain about? Yes, just leave them to rot. They closed the Johnny Rockets in our mall. I did used to like, Johnny Rockets used to have a really good chicken club sandwich with like bacon that I did used to like. I used to work in Pentagon City Mall and they had a Johnny Rockets in there. And I did used to get their club sandwich for lunch, but I never sat in there. I don't think I've ever sat in a Johnny Rockets because I will never forget, we were like talking about Johnny Rockets one time. And my friend being like, I never go there because I feel like they're going to tell me I can't sit at the counter because I'm a Negro. Because that's like their whole brand is like that era. And I just like it never left me. So I never sat inside, but I did used to order their food to go. But then I just started feeling weird about the whole place. And I stopped going there. And then I stopped eating meat, so it didn't matter. I never stepped foot into a Johnny Rockets for the same reason as your friend. There's a lot of these type of like institutions, like, Cracker Barrel and Johnny Rockets. Like the institution like is racist. It's, like people getting married at plantations. Like the whole point of it, like you can't change it. Like you can't transform it or whatever. Like it can't be fixed. Like it has to go. Let them go out of business. Hi, Miss Danny. Will Fashion Nova be able to go out of business? It should be. I hate that people support Fashion Nova. It makes me so upset. Like, stop buying stuff from them. We don't want reform. We want you to go away. Let our businesses boom and expand. Wow, Trump is coming to Tulsa on Juneteenth? That is so disrespectful. Wow. Okay, gonna have to leave soon because your break's almost over. Okay, Nicole. Hello, L2. Hi, J Malik. Never been to Johnny Rockets. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Clotilde. BET is supposed to be hosting, what? 45 and Biden for Juneteenth. What? Like a debate? That seems inappropriate. I use your We Buy Black site as a reference and bought a bunch of black-owned items, soaps and detergent. I'm excited. Yay, Bushy Brows. And I actually just seen a post that they put on Instagram like yesterday that they have some new toothbrushes because I've been using the Coral Oral toothbrushes from there for years, and I love those toothbrushes. They're great. I totally recommend them. I did an unboxing video in my Black Friday playlist if anyone wants to check it. Coral Oral Care toothbrushes, great. But they have a new brand that's doing like bamboo, like sustainable toothbrushes. I'm definitely gonna have to try that from We Buy Black. I honestly would love to delve more into businesses in today's chat. You want to complain about some businesses? Keep making? What you want to talk about? Cracker Barrel, I went once in my life and it just felt wrong to be in there. Cracker Barrel has a very strange energy. Good thing I've never been to Cracker Barrel then. Hi Justin, my random complaint. I'm tired of being compatible with these men, find out they're in whole ass relationships. Oh no. About 10 years ago, we stopped going to Cracker Barrel because the food was tasting different. I used to love the pancakes, but then I realized it was the 100% maple syrup. Still never been there. Cheesecake Factory is good too. Yup, every celebration, Cheesecake Factory. Right, we used to go to Cheesecake Factory, right there in Chevy Chase. That was like where we would go. I've never been to Cracker Barrel. Don't even know if there's one in Baltimore. The food at Cracker Barrel is pretty good, but the whites will definitely stare at you. For me, it was Friendly's. Oh, you purchased the golf pet game? Can I buy one? Where can I buy that? Because that used to be my game. I'll post a pic. Oh, you probably have to buy it there, right? Because I know Cracker Barrel has it's like a general store or something in the front. You probably buy it there. I don't want to buy it from them. And I feel like there's a lot of those type of small chains or shops in the US that it's like a general store in the front and a restaurant in the back, and they sell stuff. And I feel like all of them, because I've actually been in quite a few of them doing the road trip and stuff. I feel like all of them have racist energy, big white supremacist energy, all of them. The stuff that they sell in the general store, there'd be a lot of that mammy type shit, that, I know you guys know the exact word. I can't think of the word right now. That Sambo paraphernalia. I don't know, whatever the fuck it's called. That shit white people like to have in their homes of little black figurines with big lips and watermelon. All them general store, restaurant chains all sell that stuff. Americana. It's racist. White Americana, I mean, because black Americana is something totally different, as always, which you guys know I've written about, black Americana at Riot. The fried macaroni and cheese from Cheesecake Factory is everything. Normally don't like cheesecake, but I will eat Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. Right, I normally don't like cheesecake that much. I do like Cheesecake Factory from Cheesecake. I think it's better than Junior's, and people act like Junior's is the best cheesecake. I always wanted to go to Cheesecake Factory. Today, I see some people saying y'all want the video today. Nicole said tomorrow. A lot of people said today. Nicole said tomorrow. Cracker Barrel sells a weird amount of cheese. I don't remember their restaurant, but I know they sell cheese at that grocery store. A lot of people said today. Yes, Friendly's is the same to me. That's exactly what I'm angry about. Performative bullshit. I sat at anyone who was surprised about Chick-fil-A. Were you really surprised? Right, there's a lot of people that's acting surprised. You were not surprised. You're just voicing your opinion now because you want them to say something so you can continue to patronize their business. You've been knew that, Anthropology and Chick-fil-A and Cracker Barrel and shit, Johnny Rockets and shit was racist. You've been new. You're saying something now because you want them to say something so that you can continue to patronize them with, what you feel is a clear conscience. Instead of making that switch to a black-owned business, because it's harder. Let's just let's just call a spade here. Golden Corral is cool. My mom loves Golden Corral. Ever since I realized they had lynching photos in there, I stopped giving them a chance. Wow, Cracker Barrel has lynching photos in there? Wow. Speaking of buffets, they closed in Luby's in Texas. Luby's? That's a chain. Never heard of that. Luby's. Screenshot. So I can remember that. I've blocked everyone that's retweeted or posted videos of people hugging or positively engaging with cops. The propaganda is disturbing. Oh, that's what you're complaining about, Kayla? The propaganda? The propaganda is whack. We don't want to see no cops hugging people. It's weird. The cops are not your friend. And then they're gonna turn around and mace you right after. The NYPD has a $6 billion budget. Meanwhile, they're closing schools left and right because they're we don't have any money. I don't want to see no cop hugging no kid. What? All that taxpayer money that they have on, that taxpayer mace, that taxpayer gun, that uniform, that tank, all that shit. I don't want to see them hugging no kid that probably can't even afford anything because there's no money because all the money went to the police. It's sick. It's perverse. It's definitely fucking propaganda. Speaking of performative, they said those white actors got paid for that video they did, the I Take Responsibility video. I haven't even heard of that, and I don't want to hear it, don't want to see it. Hi, Ori. Golden Corral used to be my shit. I've never had Golden Corral, but I heard it was good. But the Cheesecake Factory do be hidden. Ryan's, their rolls slap, but they got shut down really quick. Not Clan Barrel. I've heard about Denny's being racist for the longest time. Never been. Oh, I haven't heard that about Denny's. I see somebody did super chat. Thank you. In Georgia, we had a place called Ryan's. Somebody else just mentioned Ryan's. Aren't like Friendly's and like Shoney's the same company? Even though for the longest time I thought it was Shawnee's until I heard it said out loud in fucking Talladega Nights. I was like, Shoney's? That's how you pronounce that? I'm not vegan. I'm pescatarian. I only eat seafood. That is Johnny Rocket's motif. Hi, Alicia. It's just whatever you want to complain about. We complaining. Johnny Rocket's whole brand is segregation days. And it's funny because I don't get that same vibe when I go to, like, Sonic. Even though Sonic's, you know, like, they bring you the food out on roller skates and stuff, but it doesn't seem like their brand is, like, racism. I don't know. It's weird. I'm complaining because Starbucks banned all their employees from wearing Black Lives Matter apparel but made a half-ass statement. Starbucks is racist. They call the police on people in there. Man, we were joking about somebody's eyebrows being racist, which sounds like a weird joke, but somebody was like, yo, this white dude's eyebrows look racist. I was like, that's how I feel about Lily Collins' eyebrows. Like, her eyebrows look like they want to call the cops on me at Starbucks. Like, why do her eyebrows look like that? I know nothing about Lily Collins. I'm not calling her a racist. I'm just saying her eyebrows distress me. So I guess I'm also complaining about her eyebrows. Hate her fucking eyebrows. My grandmother's husband loves ordering from Papa John's, and I try and tell them about their asses. I have to let my grandma know who to boycott all the time. Hi, Chassie. My dad loves to over-enunciate the word Cracker Barrel to the waitress. Sorry, not the racist. Oh gosh, your mom has Aetna. Oh, you guys know, for anybody that doesn't know, Aetna was founded as fucking insurance for slave ships. That's literally how Aetna came about. It was an insurance company to insure slavers' property, because a lot of times, like, slave ships used to, like, get lost at sea or get lost in storms and go down, or, you know, the slaves would revolt, sink the ships, or jump overboard. Aetna started out as, like, insurance for, like, lost property of like, black bodies. Aetna. That so many niggas have to this day. It's fucking... Listen, when I tell you, like, we cannot reform, like, people are trying to reform systems that cannot be reformed. They have to go. All the fast fashion brands need to go. Hi, tarot student. Thank you for Patreon. I saw that you supported me on Patreon. Thank you. Thank you to the patrons. Lana Del Rey's whole aesthetic was on that time period of Cracker Barrel, Johnny Rockets, and she still found room to complain. Fashion Nova is plagiarists, and they constantly steal from black women. I can't believe they're going to Tulsa on Juneteenth. That is extreme. As soon as I heard the name Cracker Barrel, all I could think is that it's called Cracker Barrel, because that's all that's in there. Crackers, no thanks. I want to complain about how people keep saying defund when we want to abolish. Roderick. Hi, Yaba Forever. Trump is doing a Klan rally in Tulsa. Wow. Wow. Hi, Chow Chow. Yeah, Coral Oral. I co-signed Coral Oral. Those toothbrushes are so soft. I love them. Yeah, I want to try these bamboo toothbrushes. I think my neighbor's getting a new AC put in. I know that was random. I'm looking out the window. I hope every black person in Tulsa protests him being in the city the whole time. Hi, Absurd. I love Coral Oral. Probably not the only person to complain about this, but it never hurts to restate. Muriel Bowser and her Black Lives Matter art installation is absolutely the worst. She stayed increasing police funding in D.C. Yeah, I talked about her in my video I just filmed. Like, your whole thing is to, like, get the fucking native Washingtonians, the niggas, out of D.C. Like, That's exactly what she wants. She wants all the niggas out of DC and nothing but a mural. Nothing but a painting of us. If you want to see some Black lives, you can go on over to fucking Pennsylvania Avenue and look at the mural while we run the rest of the niggas out of this place. That's what she wants. I'm also I'm also tired of black people begging these non-black companies. Use that time and energy to support black owned. Same, always went to Cheesecake Factory for big events. I'm also complaining about one of the 3 cops behind George Floyd's death being out on bail as of today. Hollister was mad racist. Ooh, did I say that right? Yeah, Hollister was mad racist. I want to complain about the Main Choice pulling a Shea Moisture. Why? I used to love their 3-in-1 hair milk and gummy vitamins. I've never used the Main Choice, but I've seen a lot of people complaining about the Main Choice. I know a lot of people didn't know that the Main Choice was no longer black owned. I do like these lists that are going around where people are like, they're like showing the owner and then they're like showing the brand. I really like that a lot. I think that's like really cool. Ah, you did. I knew you bought the pet game there, Queen. We purchased the pet game there years ago around the time we stopped going. Dang, I'm gonna have to try to find one online. My complaint is that people are mad at that the timeline going back to normal. It's just weird to me. The Nat Ministry, I don't know how many of you guys follow the Nat Ministry, but they're a really good page. I mean, it's not just a page, it's like a whole initiative around like black bodies and like rest. And I feel like they made a really good post that was like, people have this manic energy where they are trying to like run through centuries of oppression in like 2 weeks. Like, you can't skip steps. I talked about that in my like video I just recorded too. Like, you can't fucking skip. You can't just be like, all right, 2 weeks, racism's over. Like, you have to like commit. And while you're committing, people are going to start like talking about other things and posting about other things. Like, chill the fuck out, cool it. I want to complain about how stupidly expensive California is and not being able to afford even a studio or 1-bedroom apartment in a decent area for an affordable price for my income. It's a good complaint, Daya. It's a good complaint. Gollies, that's what the fuck they're called? Gollies? Screenshot. The fucking racist art and stuff. That's what it's called, gollies. Sambo paraphernalia, Jim Crow. Hi, I'm doing all right. Yes, let's talk about California being too expensive for most black folks. Everyone, we hear your complaints. Please continue. Never been to Cheesecake Factory. Oh, there it is. I see it. Thank you. They can only sell Mac and Shizavelli 420. They can only sell what and who they are. Video tomorrow. I did also film. So the last day of the month, last Friday of the month, May 29th, I did film a Black Friday video. I just didn't post it because I posted some other stuff, and I feel like I've just been like continuously like filming other videos and like posting other things, but like I did film it. So if I have to do 2 of them in June, I will. Oh, dang. I'm on my phone because I forgot to charge my iPad, and I keep accidentally like clicking individual comments. Sorry. And it keeps like skipping. California is quickly becoming a state for the upper class with how ridiculously unaffordable it is. In DC or New York, they give you a 1-bedroom the size of a walnut for $1,500 a month. DC is really expensive, and New York is too. California is too. A lot of places. Chick-fil-A been like that with homophobia as well. It's hard to clear that conscience under capitalism. Oh, I don't know. It's really not that hard to buy black. Oh, somebody said Luby's is closing. Now I'm going to have to Google it. I just heard of it as soon as it's going away. Hi, Valerie. A 1-bedroom in South LA is $1,500, give or take. Vanity says she's never seen a lynching photo at Cracker Barrel. Yeah, Luby's is closing. Chick-fil-A been felt that way, especially with old Southern religious mannerisms. We have Luby in Mississippi. Fuck propaganda. I really like that term too, propaganda. Whoop. I went to a Black Lives Matter protest last week and it felt like a pep rally. I sat there for 2 hours ready to march and nothing happened except pics, so I left. Yeah. There's a lot of weirdness happening with protests. Personally, like, I don't even think that there should be like pictures and like guest speakers and stuff like that at protests. I feel like a protest is not the same thing as a rally. So like a rally where you have like, you know, you come to the place and there's like speakers and that's like one thing. I don't really think that's supposed to be the purpose of a protest. I don't know. We'll see. Bye, Nicole. They have the nerves to charge $16.90 for a studio apartment in LA that's less than 500 square feet. Oh, Luby's is for old people. Can't boycott Chick-fil-A because I was already going to Raising Cane's instead. Fucking NYPD police chief said he's taking back his kneel in solidarity. All them niggas kneeling with cops look stupid. And I feel like it's a weird image and it's a weird optic as is. Like I don't know. Like talking about George Floyd, right? The white officer was like kneeling on him. Seeing like white people and police and stuff kneeling. Like the whole thing they did with like they kneeled for like the 8 minutes and 35 seconds or whatever. I'm like, this is like disrespectful. I don't really think what is supposed to be like the good element of it. I don't understand. Thank you, Focus Hard. I just got your super chat. I forgot Luby's even existed. California's fallen into the ocean anyway. Is it? I thought that was Florida. I'm sick of seeing George Floyd's 6-year-old daughter on interviews and all over the media. They're further traumatizing that child. Is sick. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing them trying out the family members of fucking deceased Black Americans overall. Like, stop doing that. Interviewing them and asking them what they think and, you know, do they think that these people would forgive? Like, stop doing that. Y'all said somebody got married at a protest? I haven't heard of that. I don't know about that. I'm confused by that. Someone got married at a protest? Caucasians? I always said IHOP was Denny's. Now, I was just about to say, I know we've had the IHOP versus Denny's conversation on this channel before. I don't know if I've ever even been to a Denny's. I've always gone to IHOP. Married at a protest. Bye, Cho. Peak performative, married. I miss IHOP. Haven't been there since I was maybe 14. Yes, I'm from California. Lived in California pretty much my whole life. After moving to less expensive states temporarily, then moving back to California, I was shocked. It's not that hard. Some are willfully trying to make buying black harder than it is. And that's how I feel. Like, I feel like if I shop at Anthropologie, I don't. But, and Anthropologie, and I've like had concerns about like them being racist and like racist, you know, managers and people following me around and blah blah blah. I would have been like, I'm not shopping here anymore. I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like, I was literally reading of people being like, I love Anthropologie. I've been going there for years. Every time I go, I'm always followed around by like the white assistant, and like I went there on my birthday and they're supposed to like wish you a happy birthday and like give you this and that, and I didn't even get it. And it's like, why do you still love, and how can you even say you still love? I'm just using Anthropologie as an example because I just saw it. But it's like, how can you say that you like love them when they've like treated you so, you like the clothes that much? Are the clothes that good? Isn't it just like bohemian shit that you could probably find somewhere else where they treat you better? I don't know. That's why I said I feel like a lot of this is like an abusive relationship. Like, you don't want to leave. You want them to change. Johnny Rockets is expensive and overrated. Rant therapy session. Rice. Oh, you talk about Sonic. Dairy Queen doesn't have that vibe either. We know vibes and we know racism. Buy Starbucks. What about the Grammys renaming urban contemporary to progressive R&B? Y'all know I hate that urban contemporary. You guys, let me start off with, you guys know I hate the Grammys because Grammys are racist in general. And the urban contemporary category was racist when they first made it. It was the place to put like all the black artists. I don't even know how they're changing it to like progressive R&B, because like they will put stuff in there that's not even R&B. So I don't know. I don't even understand. Like, what is the point of the category? Like, what was the point of the category as urban contemporary? What is the point of the category as progressive R&B? If they're gonna be renaming it, they might as well call it like the nigger section, you know, the Cracker Barrel section, and just leave it at that. The rest of it I don't understand. Oh, looks like somebody got fucking blocked. Yep, somebody got blocked. Did you see the Michael B. Jordan speech? I rolled my eyes. I seen him out there cosplaying like he's Bobby Seale or Huey P. Newton or somebody with his black gloves and his quarantine beard. I wanted to be like, you don't even like black people. Like, you love Caucasians. Like, you love them. They're your best friends. This is not for a role. This is not a job audition. Oh, you didn't know that about Etna, the healing bitch? Yes, please Google it. Hi, Kelly. My Starbucks. Hi, Moo Black Always. My Starbucks location have black baristas that I love, and I feel terrible for them. I go just because they work there. That's fair. I did not know that about Etna. I work for an insurance company. Old people love that insurance. That's crazy. Bye, Hive. Oh, no, never mind. You were responding to me. I thought you were saying you had to go. Everything is racist and everything must go. I learned that most insurance companies and banks are based on the slave trade. I learned case law on that. Yeah, it's like so much shit has roots, because you guys have to understand that American chattel slavery was basically the capital for the United States to like get off of the ground. American chattel slavery like predates the United States as we know it, right? Because it like predates the Revolutionary War, which is why we always say that like black Americans should not celebrate July 4th. It like literally makes no sense because we were still enslaved. So it's like the capital to like get the United States off the ground. A lot of the capital for the United States to even like engage in the Revolutionary War, to like receive freedom or whatever, like all the capital for the United States to like become, you know, like global superpower empire, like the roots for all that came from like slavery, because like essentially you had like free labor, which is why America was able to like get to the top so fast, because you had centuries of free labor where you didn't have to like put anything back, you didn't have to like compensate, you don't have to do anything. You just have like free, like building buildings, like building government buildings that we still use now. The White House, Wall Street, fucking Ivy League institutions, Harvard, like all this shit was like built with like slave labor. So you can't just be like, we just want to like reform. Like you cannot reform. Like you cannot reform. You cannot reform because all this shit came from slave labor. People don't understand. Like, they don't understand. My mom has Aetna. I was on her insurance until my last birthday. Wow. Fast fashion is trash. When the thrift stores open back up, I'm gonna shop there. It's better that these places get closed down and have to start from scratch. I'm so far behind on the chat that it's like moving. I can't hold it. So sorry if I missed any comments. Hi, Anthony Ellison. Trump is really trying to ruin our Juneteenth. Donald Dump. You can't abolish without defunding. Unfortunately, you gotta starve the beast before you slay it. I'm sick of these disingenuous ass celebs like Mark racist ass Wahlberg tweeting about Black Lives Matter only to have his own racism resurface. It's funny but aggravating too. We need to increase funding to schools. Hi, Sasha. BET invites Donald Trump and Joe Biden to appear in Juneteenth special. That's a headline. Wow. Hi, Kamaria. Yeah, I'm live. Let's complain. We complaining. Racism is the basis of this country. Our system isn't broken. It runs the way it was designed to run. Yeah, I'll post a video tomorrow. Hi, Owen. Main choice got everybody. Main choice didn't work for me at all. Left a lot of white flakes in my hair. Yeah, I saw Terry Crews said something about black supremacy, but does anybody expect better from Terry Crews? Like, hasn't he already said like so many things? Like, he's a coon. He likes white people. Like, you do also have to understand that there are some niggas that just like really like white people a lot. Like, they love them. Terry Crews was basically like, we need white people or something along those lines. Terry Crews said defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy, some shit like that. Yeah, fuck that. Like I said, a lot of this just reminds me of like the language of an abusive relationship. Like, you need the person. Can I complain about people making a performance and photo op out of protesting? It's like it's about being seen versus the cause. Yes. Yeah. I have a complaint about having self-hating family members. California's black population has dwindled. They really raised the budget here in Austin for cops and detectives because of car theft. Like, it makes no sense. Hi. I came in late, but I'm annoyed with all these celebrities that protest giving lukewarm speeches that don't actually challenge the system. Yay! Hive My Militia. Went to watch Last Black Man in San Francisco on your recommendation and loved it. Thanks. I'm really glad. California is stupid expensive. Stop having celebrities speak at protests and demonstrations. I agree 100%. I refuse to watch anything with Mark Wahlberg or Liam Neeson in it. We know who you are. Terry Crews is so tired. I feel like legalization of weed is going to stimulate the economy, but mostly rich white people have the means to start the businesses. I'm upset about that. I'm upset about the fact that they're really trying to legalize marijuana, but they do not want to retroactively fucking release people from jail for marijuana offenses. I have a whole video called On Drug Addiction Rant from where, oh, somebody did super chat, thank you. From where I still have my locks, where I'm like, what the fuck? Like, let those people out of jail. Like, let those people out of jail. Number one, let those people out of jail. Not only let them out of jail, but they should be allowed to jump the line when it comes to starting a legal weed business. Why is it that in a lot of these places to open a fucking dispensary, if you have a felony, like if you have a felony on your record for selling weed, you cannot get a license? That makes absolutely no sense. Like, if you have a criminal record for something drug related, you cannot get a license to sell marijuana. Like, it's all types of like loopholes and all types of shit. Like, they're gonna legalize that shit and fucking white people are gonna get even richer off that shit while niggas still fucking sit in jail because they're gonna be like, well, it was illegal when you niggers were doing it, so oh well, right. Like, when I did my video on drugs, my rant, it's literally called like On Drug Addiction Rant. There were people that were saying that. They were like, well, it was illegal when they did it, so wow, you want everybody to go to jail? Like, yeah, like white people should go to jail too. Like, yes. Or let those people out. Like, it's not that hard. But they're making them money in prison. I want to complain about how thirsty fans aren't showing love. What do you mean? Like, how people focus on negativity and not positivity, Darth Orphan? Especially the Bay Area is stupid expensive. Lifetime cut ties with Abby Lee Miller from Dance Moms because she tried to show Black Lives Matter support on IG, and black cast members from previous seasons called her out. Whoa! God damn it! Sorry. I thought about moving to LA, but no, it's too expensive. I'll just stay in Bakersfield for now. I've never seen Dance Moms. I also want to complain about how Terrence J wanted to get on live and disrespect Marlon Wayans and the Wayans family. What? Come to SC. Big city life ain't for everybody. It's definitely not. Whoop. Abby always was racist. A lot of girls came out and talked about it. I want to complain about people waiting until July 7th to boycott for one day. You talking about in Buy Black? Yeah, it's like people, like I said, like people are mad at their favorite white-owned businesses. So they're like, on July 7th, I'm going to buy black. And then I'm going to come back, but you're going to learn your lesson. Like, stop supporting that shit. Terrence J is a clown for what he said to Marlon. Who said Luby's for old people? A lot of these protests are nothing but social flash mobs. Oh, man, you guys remember flash mobs? I haven't seen that word in a while. Hi, Acrylic Rose. Here's a personal complaint. I barely slept last night and I feel like ass. Terrence was out of line. Complaint. White people at work asked me about my experience as a black person, as if we just started to matter yesterday. It's hilarious. They had a whole white mayor on TV, Cupid shuffling. Not the time. Oh my gosh, that fucking Cupid shuffle shit. I was like, what? Why are they Cupid shuffling? I thought the kneeling was weird too. I see some people dressed up like Black Panther, like dancing and playing drums. I was just like, I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. Maybe that's like rude to say. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Like, I don't know. Performative disrespect. That's what it is. Did anyone see the people washing folks' feet at a protest? Oh, what, were they trying to be like Jesus? They were like, Jesus washes feet, so we gonna wash feet? I see why Dr. Frances Cress Welsing says she doesn't go to protests. When did the whole kneeling thing start to begin with? I'm missing comments. Sorry, my comments are going up. I just seen they said, like, I see why Cap did it, but I don't know why people are randomly doing it in the street. The police kneeling felt like a mockery. Someone got engaged. Yeah, they were not black folks. They got married. I think it was in Philly. They got married, then came to the protest right after. They got married and walked with the protesters with their wedding clothes on. Like, see, like, people just want to get photographed. They were doing the Cupid shuffle at a protest. I hate the press run that happens after a black person is killed by the police. They trot out black Americans and display their pain and suffering for public viewing and scrutiny. I hate it. Oh no, married in a wedding dress was a black couple. It was two black folks got married and took pics and videos with the protest behind them. Oh no. This whole year is bizarre. Very much so. A whole wedding, doing the most. I got a complaint. These people going out to take pictures of the protests. Just go protest, please. I don't want to see your photo ops. IHOP is way better than Denny's. I felt uncomfortable too to see people kneeling, like how they kneeled on his neck. Hi, just trying to figure it out. Etsy's great for buying black. From my understanding, a black couple had the reservations for a year for the wedding. There were protests happening outside, so they took marriage photos during the protest. I'm just saying, bushy brows, like, damn, are the clothes that good? Like, niggas is really trying to continue supporting these, like, racist-ass brands. Like, they really want, I don't know what they want, a formal apology? Also, can we acknowledge that this struggle surrounding these protests has now become bigger than any individual black death that sparked them? So the discussion by the family members about what X person will want is really moot. We act very inappropriately with that. Yeah. I want to complain that nobody's talking about reparations, and Juneteenth next week, all we're going to hear about is defunding the police and not black sovereignty. Very good point. Throw the whole category away. They named it progressive R&B. They named it what? Throw the whole category away. It's the same shit. Queen, y'all have great complaints. I'm deeply disturbed by the way these large conglomerates are purporting themselves as allies, First of all, is that even possible? Can the heads of capitalism even be an ally to the people they oppress? No, they can't. Like I said, this is like when Pepsi had that whole fucking commercial with Kendall Jenner ending racism. Would somebody find Kendall Jenner and give her a Pepsi so we can end racism now? Where is she? Where is she? Like, it's the same thing. Progressive R&B, that's crazy. Where was I? Y'all do have great complaints. Somebody said Flo from the progressive commercial is going to be giving out the awards at the Grammys. They need to just call it the category for niggas. Progressive equals black. Oh, that's what it is, Sasha. They can't call it urban contemporary anymore because urban is like offensive now. So now they changed it to progressive. So progressive equals black now. Oh, that's the new word. That's the new scam. So it's not urban anymore, it's progressive. The irony in them calling it progressive R&B when nothing about the Grammys are progressive. What is progressive R&B? What is the point if they won't let black artists compete with the rest? It's progressive R&B, so now they can put the niggas in there and they could give the R&B award to Sam Smith. Where are we? 2020 has exposed so many people and businesses. What is progressive R&B? More pop. People expect racism to be gone like a Thanos snap. Can we complain about stupid ass out of touch celebrities saying stupid shit and engaging in performative activism while upholding the racist capitalist system? We sure can, Lydia. Abso-fucking-lutely. Say less. Urban is code for black. Contemporary is code for new. Urban contemporary means black new pop. It was racist, but at least made more sense than progressive R&B. Those albums were not R&B, right? Like, I remember they nominated Anti for, like, urban contemporary. Anti is not an album that can be nominated for progressive R&B, like, because it wasn't R&B. Like, they used to just throw everything in that category, and, like, having it in there as progressive R&B seems like it's going to be even worse, because they're going to have shit in there that's, like, pop music or experimental music. And I know, remember, we've talked about how FKA Twigs has complained about that. She's like, when people didn't know what I looked like, they called my music alternative, experimental, and as soon as they saw my face, it became R&B, and nothing about the music changed. The whole system of credit cards is rooted in slavery. I'll take any excuse for a day off of work, barbecue and drinks, but yeah, fuck July 4th. Central Park was stolen. It was previously a black community. Throw the whole Constitution away. You can't reform the system. It needs to be gutted. You can't reform something that was built on a foundation of evil and is poisoned to its core. This what you complaining about, Giovanni? Performative activism and the need for non-black people to have to post every form of activism they do on social media. Also videos of white people crying and arguments with their racist ass parents. Ooh, that's a good complaint. You do not, if you're white, you do not need to fucking record yourself crying with your parents. Please don't. Save those white tears for somebody that cares. I see some people got blocked. Down with capitalism. Black supremacy, like, huh? Wasn't surprised about Terry Crews' comments. I don't know. Am I going to do anything special for Juneteenth? I don't know. I'll think about it. It's a good question. Terry Crews is an agent. We're so beyond the point of reform. How are we expected to thrive and move on when everything around us was built off the suffering of our ancestors? We need to knock all this shit over for real. It's just like, it's just funny. Like, people don't understand, like niggas is right now signed up to insurance companies that would not exist without slavery. Like you know, attending universities, going to work in buildings, all these things that were literally, not figuratively, literally built by slave labor, things that have never been like reconciled or dealt with. Like, that's the whole, literally the foundation of this country. This is not like some little shit, like, you know, like, oh, all we have to do is like you know, reform the police and everything will be fine. Like, no. It's in the academia, it's in the banks, it's in the work, it's in capitalism, like it's in the economy, it's in the way we teach and learn, it's in like history, it's in research, it's in medicine. Like, you know, like like they figured out how syphilis works because they literally gave syphilis to a bunch of niggas and just like watched it like spread through a whole community. Fucking Tuskegee Project. And like just watched it. They didn't like tell them. They didn't like, they let them have sex with their black wives, give it to their black kids. Like a whole fucking community, generations was like impacted so they could like learn medicine. Like modern day gynecology came from a fucking Caucasian, a serial killer as far as I'm concerned, that used to like test shit out on his fucking black women slaves, like no anesthesia, nothing, cutting them open to like look at their reproductive organs and shit. Like that's how we ended up with like modern day gynecology, okay, and like OBGYNs and shit. Like that's where that shit fucking came from. Like you have to understand, like everything is fucking racist. Everything. It's not like, oh, we're gonna like put some cameras on some police and it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be fine. Oh, this is a good complaint, Amanda. The white women with BBC Matter signs or I suck black dick signs at protests. I find that shit so offensive. I'm so tired of seeing pictures of that shit. Them bitches need to be ran out of there. That shit's not fucking funny. Those fucking signs are gross. That fetishization shit, like, don't open your mouth for black dick if you're not gonna open your mouth for black lives. That's not funny and cute, you weirdos. I'm tired of people expecting celebrities to say anything. I actually appreciate the ones who just donate and shut the fuck up. I remember you making that abusive relationship analogy in other videos. It's so true. I understand the need to coexist when you live and work around people, but I'm tired of the reverse racism talk. It's literally like gaslighting. Somebody else hit me up to say that they learned the acronym DARVO, which is like an acronym that's used for abusive relationships. And like, if you really look at it, that's what happens. Oh, Black Cougar, you did super chat. Thank you. I should have took Juneteenth off. I'm so socialized to work. It's crazy. Some of us never take off. Bye, Gary. Yeah. Yes, the opioid addiction video was legendary. Yes, and I feel like I keep saying this too, like people being famous or having a platform. Roderick said fame doesn't automatically make people equipped to speak on everything. I feel like I keep saying this too, like fame and having a platform does not automatically make people equipped to like be organizers and like have an opinion. I was talking about this with somebody else about like Ferguson versus now, and this is what somebody said to me. They feel like there's more people involved, but there's more people that feel like because they've been famous on social media or, you know, celebrity, they feel like that equips them to like have an opinion and shit, but they don't even have like knowledge. They're not even organizers. Like fucking let grassroots organizers and people that, you know what they're doing, like amplify them. I feel like use your platform to like amplify them. I don't want to see somebody that never said nothing about nothing before yesterday like make a spreadsheet with like, here's 50 random organizations that I just Googled. Like use your platform to amplify somebody that's like been putting in work. Or shut up. You don't have to say anything. We don't have to hear your opinion just because you have a platform or you're famous or whatever. The system isn't broken. It was designed to run like this is the line to push from now on. Wow, racist. You're not allowed to sell weed because you sold weed. Right. Like, some states are starting to require percentages of legal marijuana licenses to only go to black folks. Prisoners should be released 100%. The American system is the matrix. Oh, yay. Found a black woman who delivers weed. She's amazing. I recommend her to anyone in South LA. Drop her name, Kamaria. I use bar conditioner. I use bar conditioner, Kelly. I believe I've used Oyen. I think I used Oyen. And it had like a really cool title that I can't think of it. But I did a review video. If you look at my Black Friday playlist for Oyen, I've used their shampoo bar and their shampoo conditioner, and I like it a lot. I will say that bar conditioner and bar shampoos work better on short hair than long hair, because I feel like when you have long hair, like when I had my locks, I had to like really like work the bar to like get a lather or to like get what I wanted. But when you have short hair or maybe loose hair, it works better overall. But I definitely feel like it worked better for like shorter hair and like looser hair than like locks and like long hair. You have to like, and you have to like go down your hair. It's like a little bit tougher than liquid. Some people definitely don't want to imagine a life without white people, and it's telling. People are more concerned about the feelings of white people than the lives of black people. Oh, really? Lady Antebellum changed their name to Lady A. Like, y'all name been Lady Antebellum. Antebellum, which means pre-Civil War. Like, that's been y'all name. Like, own it. Don't change it now. We knew what it meant when you came out. Don't try to change it. Was reading our Police Obsolete. The Wayans are black Hollywood royalty. Terrence J tried it. Buy black, but then come back. Oh, ha ha ha, you're silly. Oh, Vanity, you just did super chat. I recognize your icon even though I'm behind the chat. Thank you so much, Vanity. Because I know I'm behind. Flash mobs. Used to love watching flash mob videos. People think this Black Lives Matter stuff is a challenge, like a hashtag. No, make it a lifestyle. I remember flash mobs. Where? I really don't like, hi Tyler, I really don't like that these companies are saying Black Lives Matter, but they treat their black employees like shit. Yeah, it's literally performative. It's a performance. Kente cloth wearing Congress folk. They out here washing feet. People forgot this was a protest, not a festival. Yeah. People really internalize the peaceful protesting, and now they're trying so hard to not actually protest at their protests. I heard you like protest, so I brought some protests to your protest so you could protest while you protest. It's like basically... There's only one black-owned weed business in Sacramento. Trees of Knowledge. That's what it's called? Trees of Knowledge? Let me screenshot that. Trees of Knowledge. Who says something about the Wayans family? Keenan Ivory Wayans is the greatest storyteller of all time, only behind Robert Townsend. Somebody else just did super chat. I see you. Thank you. Because, you know, I get a sticker on top, even though I'm behind on the chat. Thank you. I see you. This awakening is super odd. It's like a flitch of a switch or a snap of a finger. Seriously, what the fuck? I do think that COVID has something to do with it, because a lot of people don't have their, you guys know I hate the word distraction, but they don't have their normal indulgences or vices, you know, like there's no sports and there's no, you know, there's no nothing right now. And for a lot of people, like there's no work. So like there's nothing to do, you know, like they're hyper focused. I do think that's had something to do with it. They be clout chasing to 1,000. I do have a complaint about the protest turning into music festivals and content for influencers. I feel the same, Warren. People are chanting no justice, no peace, and then they're chanting this is a peaceful protest. Like, what? They're making it a circus festival. I complain about them damn kente cloth stoles. Kente cloth, utter stupidity. A lot of contradictory symbolism. Go flip some tables in your community instead. Call out on the 19th. This year is a movie. I hate this place. Hi, Jaren. IHOP better than Denny's, but not way better. 2020 is what conspiracies are made of. I have a complaint about the George Floyd funeral being hijacked and paraded by the Democrats for votes in November. Let this man rest in peace. I did also feel uncomfortable about, like, whatever that was that they did with his funeral. The funeral being, like, televised and, like, all these politicians are there making statements. I thought that was really inappropriate. A lot. Highly. Non-blacks and non-handmade on Etsy are making kente masks, and black consumers are snatching it up. Meanwhile, black seamstresses aren't getting the sales. I am concerned about that too. Like Uber Eats did this thing where it's like black-owned businesses on their platform now have like their own section. On the one hand, while I do feel like they should have had a fucking section for that, there's like this black-owned delivery service, Black and Mobile. For any of you that haven't heard of it, look it up. Black and Mobile. They've been getting like a ton of business, and they've been getting like all this press, and like people signing up to like use their black-owned delivery service. And I feel like as soon as I seen that they was getting some traction, all of a sudden Uber's like, we have a black-owned business section too. So it's like you have like a lot of like corporations, non-black, you know, non-local, non-small businesses that are sort of like getting on this wave, and they're gonna like push the black businesses out, which is like counterproductive to what we're trying to supposedly accomplish, you know. I did see that there are concerns about the Black Lives Matter organization or foundation or whatever. Yeah. Do people know where the Black Lives Matter Foundation donations are going, how they're going to be used? There's no transparency, apparently. I remember people saying years ago that, like, Black Lives Matter is, like, a rallying cry, slogan, hashtag, is, like, separate from Black Lives Matter, the organization. And I have heard that there's been, like, some obfuscation around the organization. I don't know much about it. I'm not a part of that organization. I have some masks. Thank you. I did a Black Friday video with some black-owned businesses selling masks last month. Well, this would have been April because I didn't post the May one yet. What is progressive R&B? Where is Ja? I always look at the owner's pictures on Etsy. All these fakes selling shea butter and bonnets. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Doesn't it feel like Kobe's helicopter crash was years ago now? It's only been 6 months. 2020 has been something. Hi, Shim Jim. Complaint. Any group expecting black women's labor but not giving us reciprocity. Oh, I see. What do I think about the go back or retire in Africa narrative? I think that black Americans can do whatever they want. So for anybody that feels like they're tired of the United States and they want to leave, you know, that's fine. Like, no shade. But I also think that we can't abandon the United States. We motherfucking built this shit. Like, we gonna get what we're owed. Like, I'm gonna get what I'm owed here before I go anywhere else. That's just me. Like, that's just me. And I also feel like there's tons of people that can't leave. There's like, I would say probably the majority of black Americans can't leave for whatever reason. Like, they can't leave. So somebody has to, like, we can't all just be like, all right, deuces, like, we out. I think there's a lot of people that are selfish. And have like that type of mindset, which I also think there's a lot of people that are capitalists and they feel like, you know, they can improve their capital by going to any, you know, where else with their American dollars. And you guys know how I feel about that because I did a whole video on it. Lachicism. I am so far behind. I'm not going anywhere outside of this country. My black enslaved ancestors worked to their death and lived their lives fighting for me to be here. I still cringe angrily in my spirit whenever I see a picture of Kobe. I feel like he should be alive right now. And his passing was like a sign for how the rest of the year was going to go. I feel like Kobe dying is when we slipped into the multiverse. Well, actually, I feel like Trump getting elected in 2016 is where we slipped into the multiverse. And we got into the alternate dimension. And we went left somewhere. I do feel like there's like a universe somewhere where like none of this stuff happens. They loved Twigs until they found out she was black. Then when she started dating the vampire, the racism came full out. Complaint, white fragility, leave us alone. We don't care about your tears. White people crying on camera are soap opera activists. Celebrities that haven't done the work should not be allowed to speak for the community. Right. They shouldn't be allowed to speak for the community just because they're celebrities. And I think that goes for like anybody. I'm tired of all these how to be a good ally posts on IG. I definitely am currently insured by slave ship Aetna. A lot of people are, Shem Jim. Juneteenth, I will be at a Zoom party. Oh, okay. My phone is I just got a thing on my phone, so let me try and catch up. I have a complaint about John Boyega crying at a protest. Me too. Performative. That nigga don't even like black Americans. It's so funny. To me, it's funny. I'd be like, you don't even like. That's how I felt about Michael B. Jordan too. Like, my nigga, you don't even like your own people. Like, this side of 2-3 years ago, Michael B. Jordan was giving interviews talking about how like black Americans have no culture and all this shit. This is shit this man literally said. I did a whole video about it. Please Google it. Now this nigga is out here literally dressed like Huey Newton giving speeches. My nigga, you don't even think we have a culture or that we are anybody. You think we're like nothing. We're lost in the world. Please go home. Stop auditioning for a role. Please go home. Go home. None of us will judge you. None of us will judge you. Super chat, thank you. The way that people are speaking still implies temporary. Yeah. Stillness is the veil being lifted. Everyone else is just kind of regurgitating old rhetoric, meaningless sentiments. Oh yeah, you talking about the serial killer. The gynecology dude. He has a statue at Columbus Circle. Yeah, yup, I've seen it. And people have been fighting for years to get that fucking statue removed. Years. I think there's another one of him in Central Park. There's two. I can't think of his name, but all I think of is fucking Dr. Death. The fucking the father of modern gynecology is what they call him. They got two statues of him in fucking New York. One in Columbus Circle, and there's a smaller one in Central Park. And people have literally been campaigning for at least 10 years to get that shit taken down. And they'd be like, he's one of the fathers of modern medicine. And we'd be like, but he butchered black women. This is inappropriate. It shouldn't be here. Hi, Cora G. Disgusting. Can't believe that's real. I don't like to talk about that. Yeah, my screen closed for a second. Sorry, I saw my screen went black. It closed for... I accidentally hit the button. For a second. That was me. Sorry. No one got blocked. Sorry. Stop looking at people to lead when they didn't make it their business to lead. When is Juneteenth going to become a federal holiday? Hi, Line 10 Man. Hi, Alicia. Loved your bonus episode. For anybody that didn't see the bonus episode, it is a bonus episode of Black Americans. Fortunately, this is a clout game for many. So many influencer types at the protest I went to. Most of these celebrities can't point us in the direction of black spaces because they don't even inhabit them anymore. Hi, Leah. Bye, Acrylic Rose. I don't normally talk about it because I prefer to just do the work, but I'm a local organizer. It's been weird to me to see people try to teach or tell me about things they just learned yesterday. Right, the Christiana way. It's fucking weird. It's weird. It's really weird. Hi, Marcus. Bye, Imani. I might grow my locks back. I haven't decided. I might. Can't wait to get my shampoo bars from Moni. Thanks for the tip. I'm gonna use the bar conditioner. Yeah, I really like it. Oyin is spelled O-Y-I-N, Roderick. O-Y-I-N. There you are, Vanity. There's your super chat. Yeah, y'all put it how it's spelled. Just being equipped to speak up doesn't make you qualified. Either use your platform to amplify the voices of those who are piped down. Yeah. I see. Oh, there you go. Focus hard. True, we got to keep the narrative on black issues. Yes, right. Right. No more people of color talk. I have a bunch of videos on that. The main one is just because you're a non-black POC doesn't mean you're not anti-black. Feel free to look that one up. Focus hard. Got to keep the narrative on black issues. No more people of color talk. No reciprocity. My physics professor, who just told me last month that he didn't expect a black woman to do well in his class, just emailed me to ask how I'm feeling about the protest. You see, like, motherfuckers is doing too much. Like, you should email him back like, I'm not your pet nigger, sir. The fuck? They turned the protests into cookout initiations. They can't help themselves. Now that Black Lives Matter became a trend, this is what all their publicists are feeding to them. Only way we can defeat it is to not interact with them anymore. This is an ego fix. Yeah. Hi, Zafuri. You called out for the 19? Terrence J said, oh, okay. So people thought that Terrence J was disrespecting Marlon, but he said that it was a joke. It was a parody. I never work on Juneteenth. Contradicting symbolism. I like that term. Yes, for real. I didn't watch his funeral. It was like Aretha's funeral, almost a concert. Hated that it was a public memorial. Funeral tour is weird. Didn't watch the funeral. A lot of non-black people are selling shirts with black art and targeting black women. Yeah. Yeah, those funerals were just off-putting. Why the fuck was Tiffany Haddish there? Yeah. Commodization of black bodies 101. Yeah. Uber gave money to Trump as well. George Floyd didn't sacrifice himself. He was murdered. Right! There's a lot of like people taking the tone like as if niggas is like sacrificing themselves to get, you know, to get rid of racism and to get black people ahead and shit. Like, that is not what fucking happened. Like, George Floyd did not sacrifice himself so that all POC could get ahead. It's not what happened. Like, no one, like, Breonna Taylor did not sacrifice herself so that, like, all women of color bullshit could get ahead. Like, all that shit is trash and it's mad disrespectful, and I'm not here for it. I'm not with it. Uber's trash, especially Uber Eats. I've had food stolen from the driver. Stolen from me. The driver never brought my food. All this is deliberate, an intentional means to sabotage or misdirect our collective mission for black liberation. Yes, it is. I don't support Black Lives Matter, the organization, because the money is not going back to the black community. Commodization and exploitation of black culture is running rampant. Right, and even black struggle is something that's been commodified since day one. I'm not trying to go deal with the problems of another country. No, can't go back to Africa and not from there. Many of us live paycheck to paycheck, can't take time off of work, can't even afford to move. BAs have a stake in the claim here. A lot of us can't move, it's too expensive. I'm not leaving. I'll leave if they give me my damn money. We're gonna get what we're owed first. We're gonna disrupt so nobody could get anything. That's kind of how I feel. Like, stop trying to get niggas to leave. Like, niggas gonna burn this shit down so nobody gonna have, it's gonna be no America before I fucking leave. I feel everything has been off since Nipsey died. Our ancestors put down roots here. Yeah. Hi, Tosh. Hi, Blasian Pearl. Why are we hand-holding adults in 2020? Oh, but hi, yes, and then I caught up to Bushy Brows Super Chat. Thank you, Bushy Brows. 2020 is out of pocket. It puts the icon, but it should put y'all names on the stickers. People think this shit is entertainment. Get my power cord. It's not a charger over here. So I'm gonna leave when I get to the end of the comments. Go home, Roger. John Boyega and Michael B. Jordan are getting footage for their acting reels. David Oyel, I don't know how you pronounce this man's name. Oyewolo, I know that's not how you spell it, but he was on Oprah last night talking about racism. Right, I seen that too. I seen Oprah talk about she doing a 2-day special with all these random. I was like, who are these people? Like, who are these people? You have people that fucking 2 years ago was saying like niggas don't have no culture and niggas is unshackled from race. David Harewood is out doing Black Lives Matter protests. David Harewood literally told The Guardian, you can Google it to this day, it's up. David Harewood told The Guardian 3 years ago that like black Brits are better than black Americans because they can unshackle themselves from race and they don't have racial problems and they don't have the baggage that black Americans have to make everything about race, and that's why they come to the United States and succeed. You don't get to tell me Black Lives Matter. Fucking none of you niggas get to tell me that. Fuck out of here. Hi, Lionel. Like, you don't get to tell me that shit. Go tell it to somebody who believes you. That's his name. Yeah, J. Marion Sims. The fucking doctor of gynecology. The motherfucking butcher of New Liberty. That's his ass. You know? Fucking Henrietta Lacks. Breakthrough of modern medicine. HeLa cells, which are immortal cells. They use them cells to grow everything. Every fucking drug. Every fucking everything. Never paid that black woman. Took her fucking cells without her consent. Because racism, medical apartheid. Never paid her family. People have made billions of dollars off that woman's cells. Like, J. Marion Sims. Oh, they took the one in Central Park down? Good. Hi, Mario. 6 months in, I want 2020 to be over. I'm also sick of Oprah having David Oyewolo speaking on Black Lives like he's low-key riding the wave of the MLK role he played in Selma. Right, they call this man to talk about shit like he actually is Martin Luther King. Like, he played Martin Luther King in a movie. And if you read interviews that man gave about playing Martin Luther King, he said the same thing. Like, I wasn't that familiar with Martin Luther King Jr. I had to, like, learn about him. And I tried to portray him as, you know, a regular dude with sweaty feet. I wasn't trying to look at him as, like, a civil rights leader. Like, all type of wild shit. All type of wild shit, letting Caucasians know that they're not going to be no problem when it comes to talking about race. And now they're sitting on Oprah specials talking about race. For money. Playing both sides of the field. I remember losing friends and even my own family treating me like I was crazy when I spoke out about white supremacy, racism, colorism, etc. And now they're all talking about it. David Oyelowo, who was saying black Americans don't know who we are. Wow. Ciao, bye. Hi, Basima. Oh, yeah, no. So would y'all say that we got into the multiverse when Obama got elected? Like, I was thinking that too. My uncle literally acted like I was lying when I talked about experiencing racism. People live a trend. Hi, Vermilion Dynamo. People don't want to go against the grain, so they hop on what the hot take is. The hot take right now was Black Lives Matter. Hi, Minakoman. I see somebody got blocked. I'm like scrolling through these like block comments. It's very disrespectful and annoying. People are out of pocket, disrespectful as fuck. Performative blackness is trending. The Black Lives Matter organization has been using the money to make donations to the Democratic Party. We need to use this collective white guilt moment to try and get reparations for real. We're mad at whatever we want. We complaining. Remy, Angela Davis is still aggressively alive. Why in the world aren't we interviewing her instead of people like Charlemagne the God, Michael B. Jordan, and John Boyega, especially if we're talking about abolishing police and prison? She does it for a living. Right, Remy! Why is an actor that played Martin Luther King Jr. talking on a fucking panel, a fucking black Brit that said you don't even like black Americans, instead of like Angela Davis is right there. Fucking Dr. Joy DeGruy is right there. Like, Joy DeGruy has to go fucking live on YouTube and Instagram and have her own panel. She's not even being invited to shit. Like, this shit's stupid now. Like, shut up. Shit's absurd now. Like, bye. Like, I'm not fucking watching that. Like, why the fuck I gotta listen to that shit? And I remember feeling this exact same way, like, in 2014 when I even started making videos. I was trying to watch panels and news shit and being like, who the fuck are these people? Why are they talking? Hi, by any means necessary. Burn everything down so no one can have it. Yes, no more John Boyega. More Angela Davis, please. For a moment, I thought Angela Davis was dead. I forgot because people keep mentioning her ideas but don't bother letting her speak for herself. Right. Niggas got all these posts about her, but they can't bring her on their show. She's alive. She was just in Bakersfield last year. Shout outs to Kelly Dozier for bringing out amazing speakers to fucking Bakersfield. For the black students there. They treat MLK the same way, constantly misquoting him, using it against black people, forgetting that he was murdered. People are really forgetting Angela Davis is alive and well. I'm not leaving the United States till they pay what they owe. They don't pay us, we need to burn it to the ground. When David Harewood says Black Lives Matter, he means Black Brit Lives Matter. Everything I know about abolishing police and prison came from Angela. It's literally her life's work. Right, but nobody's talking to her. Angela Davis has been consistent with her work and principles. Unshackle your non-black American ass from this protest. When I saw David Harewood was ranting about racism on Twitter, I thought of Seren and his hypocrisy. Don't forget they're still trying to release that Fred Hampton biopic later this year. Yes, and somebody was like, and somebody hit me up and they were like, wow, I guess fucking Daniel Kaluuya really was serious when he said he doesn't want to talk about race anymore, because they were like, that man hasn't said a word and yet he's still supposed to be playing fucking Fred Hampton. It's just like so disrespectful. It's extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful. Bushy brows. That's literally what the David dude said about MLK, that he was a regular dude with sweaty feet. I'm not even making that up. I'm not even being facetious. Please Google what this man has said. David Oleoyo or whatever has a white wife. He needs to stop. Where is Zoe Saldana and all this since she wanted to play Nina Simone so bad? Hi, Martez. Listen to Joy DeGruy, read Medical Apartheid. We're really in the multiverse. Why aren't people talking to Angela Davis? Like I said, I literally saw that Oprah was having like a multi-part event to talk about like black lives and where do we go from here and abolishing police and all this shit. And it was like very few actual fucking like organizers and shit like that. It was just a bunch of like very recognizable names. Hi, Blackamore. Oh, hi, Joe. Thank you. Super chat. Yeah. Blackamore, it's been a minute. Years of work, and they're not even invited to speak. Years. Yes, there are. There are rare non-black Americans that respect your culture and lives. Kwame Ture, a.k.a. Stokely Carmichael, Malcolm X. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, like, there's people... Obviously, neither one of those people because they passed away. But, like, there are people that could be talked to. It's just, like, niggas just... I don't know. They just grabbing names out of a hat. And, like, this... Malcolm Gladwell, who, like, literally wrote Black Like Them, which was like extremely informative, and he wrote this shit in like the early 90s, which was like extremely informative for me in understanding of like, you know, black, the way that like we view Black Americans and the way that we view blackness on this like scale. Was like a Jamaican Canadian. He was like a Jamaican from Toronto that moved to the United States and saw how he was treated better than Black Americans. Why was Malcolm Gladwell, he's Black, why did I not see Malcolm Gladwell's name on that fucking Oprah shit? No Malcolm Gladwell, no Angela Davis, no Joy DeGribe, but you know, they got actors and niggas that played MLK on there. Okay. I said the same thing. Where's Angela Davis? Who are these people running to fake celebs and non-blacks for answers and direction? I low-key hate Obama, not just because of his presidency, but his legacy of being a black face without black policy. I concur. I feel like his whole legacy is so disappointing. And I also feel like his legacy set the stage for people feeling like these performative actions are going to be enough. But maybe that's, I don't know. Maybe we needed to see that shit is not enough. Big facts. I found out about Joy DeGribe 3 to 4 years ago, and she was major way before that. They're not going to interview Angela Davis because they want to keep the status quo. If they popularize Angela Davis, they're going to have a problem. She was in St. Louis like a year ago. Angela just hosted a Zoom lecture not even a few weeks ago on these issues, so it's not like she doesn't know about modern technology or is unavailable. She's still teaching at University of California, Santa Cruz. And yes, shout out to the Black Student Union at Cal State Bakersfield. And I have a friend that works at UC Santa Cruz, too. Somebody just got blocked. I think they have artists and hosts like Charlemagne and T.I. on because they have a demographic. People that normally don't pay attention are going to pay attention because their favorite artist is there. Kathleen Cleaver's alive, too. Where is her interview? Folks are posting Angela Davis books, but not her. Everyone's saying pay what you owe reminds me of Riley going after Santa on the Boondocks. I know that's where I got it. You gonna pay what you owe, Santa. Y'all know I said that in like one of my first videos where I talked about this. Other members of the Black Panther Party are alive as well. Hi, Gone Swimming. We're just complaining in general. People also always forget Mark Clark was murdered with Fred Hampton. Bell Hooks, Angela Davis, Elaine Brown, Kathleen Cleaver, Barbara Smith, etc. All these women are alive, but they would be too honest. Can't have that. Oh, yellow. Oh. I don't care if y'all butcher his name. Yeah. The name of David Oyelowo and his wife's production company is Yoruba Saxon. Wow! Like Anglo-Saxon plus Yoruba? That's a lot. Oprah just invited her friends to talk like usual. Angela Davis's book, Our Prison's Obsolete audio, is also on YouTube. They don't want a real convo. Some people think this is all a trend. They grab the most random names. Where? Dr. William Sandy Darity is alive. Angela Davis is alive. Dr. Cornel West is alive. They got the sorting hat of black celebrities. I watched that Oprah panel and honestly owe Kuhn the hardest. She kept trying to explain stuff too and placate non-black people. You could sense the panelists getting annoyed. Angela Davis is hitting different because so many people are talking about Black Panthers. One of the originals was right here in the States still teaching, not an interview on CNN, BET, nothing. I think they don't want to bring actual black intellectuals on and prefer to bring celebrities who don't know nothing because they don't really want change and just want to be performative and they're waiting for the time to pass. Malcolm X's mom was from Grenada and his dad was a Black American. He was born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska. I've been to Omaha. I've seen his birthplace. They have like a whole section on him in the Great Plains Museum in Nebraska, Black American Museum. His father was lynched, and his mother, actually, it caused her to sort of like lose her mind, and she was hospitalized. So he actually spent the majority of his life being raised by his Black American family members, his father's family, and also in foster care with his siblings. And his father's death really, it radicalized. And even when his father was still alive and his parents were together, his mom was really involved in the fight for civil rights for Black Americans. And his father's death and his parents' politics and his mom being institutionalized and being raised in the system really informed his politics. So I saw him get called like Grenadian American or something, and I felt like that was like really pushing it personally. But people feel how they want about that. That's the backstory for y'all. Y'all know I consider Malcolm X to be like father to me. I feel like here's somebody that was not born in the Caribbean. He wasn't raised in any manner by his Caribbean family members. Like it just kind of happened that way. But you know, people love to claim motherfuckers, and I don't like that because it's like people are not following in the footsteps of Malcolm X today. Like niggas is not following in his footsteps. I don't even know why they try to like bring up Malcolm X and like claim him. Like you're not gonna do what Malcolm X did. Like they treat actors who portray Black figures like they're direct legacies of MLK, Malcolm X, etc. I might see if I can like reach a plug. Let me see if I can reach a plug because I don't really want this to die before I get to the bottom of the comments. Sorry, let me see. I think I reached a plug. I just had to move though. Where was I? This moment right now was the cookout. But I don't hear nobody all invited to the cookout doing or saying too much of anything right now. Malcolm X is Black, but his mother was from Grenada. Yeah, I see bushy brows. They treat actors who portray Black figures like they're direct legacies of MLK, Malcolm, etc. I don't get it. Yeah, Malcolm X's father was BA, mother was non-BA. Oprah will never bring Angela Davis to the table. It's blatantly deliberate. The real truth is not her mission. Nikki Giovanni is still alive too. Why aren't people talking to her? Angela Davis is all the way socialist. She still calls the other Panthers comrade. Oprah, my front lawn is 17 acres. Winfrey ain't about to talk to her. Sorting out of Black celebrities is funny. Who said that? Cornel West has been on CNN at least. Saw a PBS interview with Kathleen Cleaver. She said things are getting worse today. I was going to say even Ava DuVernay seemed annoyed by Oprah. Hi, Smiley Adventures. Malcolm X also lived in Boston for some time, too. Also, side note, Fred Hampton's mom used to babysit and look after Emmett Till. Such a small world. That's correct, Seren. You hit the nail on the head with Malcolm X. It literally sickens me when people say Malcolm X isn't American. It's weird. It's kind of weird. It's like if he had went back to Grenada, would they have considered him Grenadian? Probably not. Nah, I would consider him a BA. I adore Malcolm X, period. The same way they did with Nipsey Hussle, made sure to mention he's Eritrean. People want to seem real, but they don't want to actually put in the work. They're clout chasing, so they just use every famous name they know, even though they only know like 4. I think Caribbeans just have a lot of... Well, you put too much. Let me read exactly what you put. I think Caribbeans just have too much island pride, therefore they want to claim everyone for themselves. These protests are parades. That's your complaint? Y'all need to check out the letter our elders from the Black Panther Party wrote if you haven't already. I'm tired of the two-party system too. That's what you're complaining about, green with abundance. The bipartisan system is trash. It does not work. Like, y'all know I don't fuck with the bipartisan system at all. I was born and raised in the Bronx by one Jamaican parent and one Antiguan parent, and people from those countries love to tell me that I'm not them. Yeah, Dr. Joy DeGrasse is alive, and she's not even old. Hi, Jen. Yeah, we talked about that, Shaquana. 2020 is like the Twilight Zone years. I hate this dancing with cops thing. The cops need to deal with their racism and brutality. Stop trying to cover it up by dancing with people. I wouldn't even, like, why are people, I don't know, like, I would never do that. Like, the fact that I'm seeing people allowing themselves to, like, they're dancing with police and allowing themselves to get photographed and filmed, like, they have no shame. If Malcolm X was still alive, they wouldn't have interviewed him either. Nipsey Hussle is half Eritrean. Mom is Black American. Dad was Eritrean, right? Oprah and the establishment are tired. Oh, it's not tired, sorry. Oprah and the establishment are afraid of Angela Davis because they're black capitalists and they don't want socialism. They just want things to go back to normal. I second that. Caribbean people don't claim American people unless they have clout or until they have clout. Yes, niggas out here dancing with cops, Davey, doing too much. Malcolm X had nothing but the American experience. I saw some lady crying and begging for a cop to take a knee, the embarrassment. I know a lot of y'all said that y'all felt uncomfortable with that video of Keke Palmer going around where she was like, kneel with us. I wish I would fucking cry for some cop to fucking take a knee and pray with us and dance with us. If y'all ever see any type of video or pictures of anything like that, please know that I have been cloned. The body snatchers took my body and they put a clone in my place because I would never do that, ever. Dancing with cops is useless. Like, if y'all ever see me doing the Macarena, the Cupid Shuffle, like, please kill that clone because it's not me and they have me locked up in a basement somewhere. Cops will dance with you then put you in a chokehold after. And that's not the only one. I know y'all have also seen those videos, and them type of videos and content and stuff been circulating around even since Ferguson, of like, you know, the cops came out and played basketball with us and shit like that. Like, the police are not your friend. Like, the police are not your friend. Like, you will never convince me that police are a nigga's homies and shit. It's bullshit. They really have no shame. Oh man, that would be great. Mton TV. Bye, Uzumaki. Like, something. I'm not begging for shit from no cop or white or non-black or non-DACS. Like, I'm not begging for anything for anybody. Like, all this begging and crying. They got the wrong one. Keke was doing too much. I was so mad. And it was the National Guard, not the cop. I saw they had a uniform on. Like, them being National Guard makes it even worse. Like, this is somebody that was specifically called in here to beat your black ass. Like, why are you crying? Like, what? It was stomach turning. Really anybody, but especially them. I'm just saying, my college town had a protest, but they ended up doing the Cupid Shuffle with them. I was disgusted. Agreed 100%. This is not the time for turning the other cheek and forgiveness BS. Really, it's not me. Like, if y'all ever see anything like that, if y'all ever see or hear, it's like, y'all know that they saying how, like, Avril Lavigne got cloned and shit. Like, it is a clone. These people are acting like protests are Coachella. Hi, Tim. She was saying walk with us, but then when they told her no, she said that wasn't enough. Like, sis, what do you expect from them? Had a similar upbringing as Malcolm. Jamaican bio mom, Black American dad, adopted by Black American family. Have you been to Jamaica, Kyron? Respectability politics are hard to shake, as we've seen. Yeah, respectability politics are like really rooted in niggas' heads. Like, they're saying the Boondocks is gonna come back. Hey, BB, I don't know if that's like still on or if that's been put on hold because of COVID, but it was supposed to. Save the dances for the cookout, not for the popos. Thank you, Basima. Oh man, Pink Fanta. Just try to do it as, just try to be as to yourself as you can. Yeah. Invasion of the nigga snatchers. Warren. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Like, they have taken my body. Like, there was a protest the other day near my house, and they took pictures with protesters, and then arrested a news reporter and 22 other people. Right, like, as soon as those pictures get taken, they're fucking arresting people. Like, but they already have what they want, the pictures and the video to circulate. Wild, uncomfortable to watch. I hated that damn Keke Palmer vid too. The cops was looking at her like, yeah, whatever. Many of these protests are looking more like rallies. Yeah, I said the same, Shim Jim. I said people seem confused about a rally versus a protest. Like, a protest doesn't need to have like guest speakers and music and shit. That's like a rally. And a rally is fine, like, but it's not like a march, a protest. Also, what the fuck are people doing dancing? I cannot. That's not what it's for, and I'm not trying to hate. I don't know when the Boondocks is coming back. I don't know if it's still happening. We'll see. This begging has gone too far. If someone has to be begged to respect you, it's not good. Hi, Star Dagger. Like someone said before, it's propaganda. Anybody that's worth anything doesn't even need to be convinced. Right, for all this begging. They look mad crazy, crying and kneeling, screaming yes, and then hugging afterwards. Like I said, I don't know where they think they at. They think they at what's them things called, y'all? A revival meeting. You know how you go to a revival, like a prayer meeting, and you like pray and cry and you try to like, you know, bring people over so they could like feel the spirit of Jesus. And then when they be like, that when they get up and they like go up to the front because they feel it, you be like, whoa, yes, Lord. That's what people think that this shit is. Like, they out there trying to like bargain and argue, like bargain with police for their immortal soul and shit. That's what they think this shit is. That's not what this shit is. Like, fuck them cops. Fuck their soul. I hope they all go to hell. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Like, I'm not praying, begging for no cop to come whatever with me. No. Washing feet. No. Flip a table. That's what Jesus would really do. Too much. I'm saying they're trying to convince people. Like, it's a lot of begging and trying to convince happening. It's really uncomfortable to watch. I saw somebody say a secondhand embarrassment. That's exactly what it is. They brought the army out. They were from Fort Hood, I think. Some army base in North Carolina. Don't kneel with us. Like, stop. Brandy's begging and pleading is the theme song of these protests. Sasha, after finishing Naruto, I'm finally aware of all these references. This is not the time for turning up nor turning the other cheek. Police are still the slave patrol. Wouldn't be shocked if the police were telling their officers dance with these niggas so they calm down. People quote dead activists more than the living ones because the dead ones can't call them out for being a contradiction and not living by the very things they quoted. Hi, Olivia. Did you see the protest that had required dress code that was wear your Sunday best? Like, what the fuck was that? I did see something like that. And it was people like walking with like suits and nice shit on. Nobody cares about your nice suit. They do not care. They will still kill you in your nice fucking suit. Come on. Even Faith Ringgold is still alive. Speaking of Black Americana, Faith Ringgold, one of my favorite artists. I saw on Twitter people saying dancing with the protesters is what the military does when they invade countries with the locals. The cops can Cupid shuffle all night, but until they turn in their badge, I don't want to hear it. I don't understand when respectability politics will ever end. Breonna Taylor was a model citizen. Racists don't care how good of a person you are. Racism isn't logical. Right, like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like fucking The Rock. It doesn't matter if you wear your Sunday best. It doesn't matter if you do the Cupid shuffle. It doesn't matter if you beg and fucking cry and plead and scream. It doesn't matter. You're black. Like, the whole shit has to go. I see you guys talking about how John Witherspoon passed away, so there's going to be no granddad on Boondocks. Yeah, we're not sure how that's going to go. They look like pep rallies. It's training us into a victim mindset. It's hella dangerous, especially for the young generation. It does look like a revival. Can't imagine Boondocks without John Witherspoon. It's not going to be the same without John and Charlie Murphy. Right, Charlie Murphy passed away too. People are feeling the spirit of racism. You know, Aaron likes to take 7 years to write a season of Boondocks. He's got hella material now. I hope they leave Woodcrest and return to Chicago. I'm just saying, that's my line. That's Samuel L. Jackson line. Look, we solved racism with this one act. Let's pack it up, guys. Racism is over. To the inferno with them. The wash and feed thing set me off. Open your wallets. Yeah, it's too much. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, Leslie J, but I've talked about Malcolm X like a million times on this channel. I don't have time for you, whoever you are, so bye-bye. Like, everybody knows how I feel about Malcolm X. I've talked about him numerous times on this channel. Talked about him numerous times on Instagram. Done several posts. There's no confusion. You're confused because you want to be. I don't complain, like, explain to people that are willfully ignorant. So go tell it to your mama because I don't care. Bye. Respectability politics, marching in church shoes. Like, I just gave a full fucking background on this man and said people can feel however they want. Like, the hell? I did a whole video when Nipsey Hussle died saying how I felt about that. Like, go fucking watch. Don't ask me stupid ass questions. Go watch a video. The states are steeped in bloody history and needs to pay what it owes. It's coming hell or high water. The chickens are coming home to roost. Respectability won't save us. Nobody cares. Yeah, that's Jane Elliott. The blue eye experiment is Jane Elliott. Blue eye, brown eye. Bye, Davey. When I get to the bottom, we'll be done. Did you see that pic of the dude that was like, yes, I'm black and I'm a thug, PhD with thug crossed out? Like, anyone cares about your degree if they want to kill you. I don't even really care for like these posts going around that's like listing all of Breonna Taylor's accomplishments. Like, her accomplishments are not the reason why she didn't deserve to get killed in her bed. Black people do not deserve to get killed in their bed, period. It doesn't matter. Like, it's great that she was an EMT and she was an essential worker and she was a great person and she was always happy. Like, it's wonderful. All that stuff's wonderful. It's great that she was a great person. But even if she was a shitty person that fucking sucked, she still didn't deserve to be killed in her fucking bed. Stop trying to hold niggas up like niggas gotta motherfucking jump through hoops to deserve life. Like, No. 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 Stop that shit. I fucking hate that shit. It actually makes me really angry and annoyed. MLK was shot in a suit, so yeah. They shot Dr. King in the face with a suit on. They don't realize all black, like, and I see you guys were talking to that person. I blocked that person before I even seen this commentary. That person is obviously somebody that doesn't fucking listen, Queen, and I see you talking to them. Like, I've said plenty of times that there's plenty of like non-American black people that understand totally what's going on. I've done several videos. I know long-term subscribers are literally tired of me talking about like certain names, because I repeat the same shit all the time. Like, people just got here and want to ask me stupid ass fucking questions, which is another thing that, let me put this out there, this is another thing that people that have been doing this type of work are getting really fucking tired of. People that just got here but got all these questions. Like, go read a book. Well, what about, like, a lot of shit has already been explained. They also don't care that you have a PhD. These cops truly don't care about you, so why are you wasting your energy on them instead of real action? Dr. DeGrasse had a live stream last night and said she spoke to a young black man who told her that he thought chasing his degree would have him outrun racism. They don't see people, they see animals. Actually, no, they would treat animals better than humans. Yes, Dr. Joy DeGrasse does have a YouTube channel. She just got more active. I feel like too many of us are trying to fight a system with insanity. We keep applying the same failed tactics to a well-oiled machine and expecting a different outcome. I really have a whole in-depth video on like Nipsey Hussle and like non-American black people and like what they should be doing and like all that. So for anybody that wants to know how I feel about that, I have like all these videos and playlists. Like, watch. I don't have to respond to the same question like repeatedly over and over because you don't want to listen, because you already feel some type of way. People need to realize they can't just pop off at the mouth on here. These trolls always trying it. You do try. No, Queen, you're so nice. You be giving people so many chances. Irrelevant points are a crutch to the movement, and people regularly regurgitate them. I love watching the blue-eye, brown-eye experiments. Yes, Breonna Taylor's accomplishments and beauty are not the reason why her death is unjust. Yeah. No, no, her accomplishments and her beauty do not make it more heartbreaking that she got killed. Like, that's respectability politics and like pretty privilege and shit. That shit says like, you know, mean, ugly people, it doesn't matter if we kill them. No! Mean, ugly black people deserve to live too. Breonna's murder in her bed reminded a lot of people, I think, of Fred Hampton. A lot of people just miss the point of what Black Lives Matter and what these protests stand for. They did that whole respectability politics with the Amy Cooper thing. They brought up how the guy was a Harvard grad, bird watcher, like that matters. Yeah, I seen that shit too. You know, a lot of black people aren't into bird watching. The fact that he actually wants to be into bird watching and he can't do it. Like, no! I mean, like, it's cool that he's into bird watching. And it's like, he should be able to fucking bird watch in peace, just like a Caucasian. But the fact that he's not like the other niggers doesn't mean that's why he should live. Like, stop it. It's called Black Lives Matter, not Black Lives with a suit and tie matter. I feel like listing people's accomplishments is attempting to draw sympathy from non-blacks or people who otherwise are unsympathetic. That's an interesting point for Million Dynamo. It's sick that people feel like black folks' lives are only valuable when we're contributing members of society. Right! Taj Mahal. That's what it boils down to. Like, this nigger wasn't a fucking welfare queen sitting on the couch, so they didn't deserve to get killed. Unlike them other niggers that deserved, you know, that had what was coming. Like, stop perpetuating that shit. They're super annoying as fuck. Things have been explained. They should do the work and look for it themselves. People kill me. They lynch people in suits. Respectability politics won't help you escape systemic racism. It's a waste of time. Pro-blackness needs to be a lifestyle and a system. It's not just an adjective. If we're going to be repetitive with tactics, then those tactics should yield favorable results. No more begging. They did the same thing with Sandra Bland as well. They've also killed black military personnel in their uniforms. Respectability won't save you. We are 3/5 of a person. Remember that. Ha, thank you, Real Trini. I see. Yes, Dr. Joy DeGrasse has a YouTube channel and an Instagram. She hasn't been very active, but she got really active within the last couple weeks. She's been doing live streams, and I highly recommend that everybody tune in because she is amazing. She has online courses, but you have to pay for them. But you can like watch her. Almost all of her lectures are also available on YouTube for free. And now she's doing these like live streams, so for free. Like, it's like get you some free education. Freedom looks like it's only reserved for the rich and educated. People think posting that Donald Glover song counts as activism, or saying they listen to Kendrick. People don't like to do the work, even when all they have to do is click and watch. I remember finding you and all I ever did was go back and watch the things you said, so I understood it. It's not hard. I mean, and like, there's a must-watch playlist. Like, there's a bunch of playlists, you know. Like, please, must-watch playlist. Watch it. BA Gang playlist. Watch it. Like, please watch the playlist. And not just my personal playlist, too. Like, check out the playlist, because I have all these playlists from, like, other black content creators as well. I know a lot of people don't use playlists. I use playlists. Please check the playlists. Why people don't care about your hobbies for them before they harm you. Jane Elliott's blue eye, brown eye experiment is hilarious. Had white women crying like babies. There are waves of respectability politics in this particular issue. Look, this black person was productive. He didn't deserve to be treated like a dog. Right. Like, come on. Like, our value is not tied to productivity, my nigga. Like, it's not. Your value is not tied to productivity. Capitalist ideas of productivity at that. Like, none of it. There should not be check marks and requirements to be worthy of life. Bye, Lionel. A few people have been sharing statements about the talented 10th during this time, and it's weird. I respect W.E.B. Du Bois, but I hate the fucking talented 10th rhetoric. It's really disgusting, and I think that's something that I would really say. I feel like it sets us back, like, far. Where is Donald Glover? Child, Donald Glover is somewhere chilling with his white wife. Chilling. With all that nigger money, all that Atlanta money, all that This Is America money, all that woke money, chilling. Well, I think she's half white and half Asian, actually. I always go through people's videos to see if they are worth subbing to. Right, where is Mr. Gambino right now? Thank you, Bushy Brows. For real, grab yourself a bucket of popcorn and watch Seren's Must Watch. Sandra Bland was literally arrested leaving a potential job at a college. That shit helps nothing. Thank you, Jules. Kendrick hasn't said anything, and his stans are saying he doesn't have to say anything because he made an album about police brutality and racism. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree with that? Not gonna lie, I was a Kendrick stan. Seren made me see the truth. I was hurt. I'm sorry. Donald Glover makes me sick. I think Dr. Joy's channel is called Be the Healing. I No, that's her name on Instagram. Dubois's philosophy was revolutionary for the time, but now it's grossly outdated and obsolete. Oh, Queen put a link to Dr. Joy's channel. Thank you, Queen. Oh, and I just got to the bottom. Kendrick stands are just lost at this point. The truth must be told. Oh, keep scrolling on YouTube. It's far down. It's called Dr. Joy DeGrasse Be the Healing. Yeah, I knew it had Be the Healing in it. Kendrick stands are beyond saving. I don't think that philosophy is revolutionary at all. I feel like Kendrick should say something. It feels weird that he only speaks on issues when he has an album to sell. It makes what he says seem disingenuous. Bye, Roderick. Kendrick could just donate his money or something. I don't know. He doesn't have to say anything. He should do something. Words are kind of not what people want. I don't want Kendrick to say anything, but since he's profited from the black struggle, he needs to hit them hips. All the conscious rappers are in their bunkers right now. These are interesting commentary. I'm going to think about this. I want everyone to think about this. There's a reason why This Is America at the end features Donald Glover running, because he knows that he has to keep exploiting everyone to survive. He has no solidarity to anyone. Interesting. J. Cole was out there, but he always is, even during Ferguson. Interesting. All right, I got to the bottom, and I see people have to go, so I'm going to go too. That was a really interesting, like, last comment, last question that maybe we should think about. Common trying to extend the hand of love from his penthouse. Common probably going to show up on this Oprah special. Anyways, this was a nice live stream. Since you guys said you wanted the video tomorrow, I'll upload the video that I recorded before this tomorrow. Oh, wow. We got a last big super chat. Thank you so much, Gerald. Wow. That was so nice. Thank you so much. And so I'm going to be posting a video tomorrow, and then we'll be back for our live stream on Sunday, and I'm going to continue, live streaming twice a week. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time. Bye. Think about that last question of, like, I think that's a really interesting question of, should artists that have been doing sort of different types of artistic work have to talk about it? It's an interesting question. Let's think about that. Bye, guys. Thank you for everyone that did Super Chat, and thank you again, Gerald, for your last one. Bye, guys.